What is happening, everyone? My name is Aetherrupt. We're going to be looking at my debut album and one of the songs called Levitating, which is a brand new release, again, hence it being a debut album. And I have the Logic file right here in front of me, and we're going to take a look at the stems, how it was built, and just kind of some behind the scenes, especially with some of the vocal chops in this. This is a lot of stuff in this Logic project file here. One thing that I have to say right off the bat, there's absolutely no organization in this at all. I didn't worry about making any organization because I just kind of threw it together. I didn't expect it to be part of an actual album. That's the thing, is I made it for fun. The coloration was my best attempt at making last minute arrangements and organization. It kind of helped, but not a whole lot. Let's go ahead and start off right at the beginning here. All that fading in, that's just the stereo out. If we turn off that first EQ, which actually is a low pass, which automates upwards, we get this. That's all it is, right? And having that there, all right. Another thing is over in this area, we have some drums as well. Very airy. Super mellow on purpose. Alright. And then we got a bass over here too, I noticed. I've forgotten all about that. Turn off the fade effect. And this is what it sounds like with the low pass on it. So it's supposed to open up on you a little bit. Right here is where it hits and opens up into the Let's first start off with just our main parts here, these two synths especially. So, one of my favorite ones is right here. This is also Vital. Everything in here was Vital, funny enough, because I couldn't afford Serum when I first developed this song. Almost all of this is Vital. And this is not an ad for Vital. Their stuff is just genuinely good. A lot of it is in the ring shift right here. So a lot of that is ring shift sounds. This is the main pad. Notice that's missing some of the high end to leave room for this. That's also just fine. And I also added another part here near the end of this section. It's just a harmony, right? Now this right here is also a signature part of it as well. Also Vital. Almost entirely Vital, actually. All in here, right? I don't know why I chose that very specific frame right there. If I go back, I don't know why I chose that specific sound, but it sounded right to me. Right, there's that. Now these sections right here, the purple is kind of like what I like to call the secret sauce, or not even that secret, more like the bomb of the song. So if we just solo out only these sections all the way down to right about here, you'll hear it, and I'll actually turn on the drums as well. That way we have a bit of an anchor to where we are. And this as well. So a lot of this, especially these sections right here, like I said, it's all Vital. This is one of my favorite ones, Hard Rookie Pluck. This one I developed, I'm pretty sure. It's way down here somewhere. Yeah, because I have some of the stuff from Virtual Ride in here. I got my own samples in here too. I'm making a sample pack for Vital. By the way, I'm making a sample pack for Vital. Might want to look out for that sometime. Just saying. Anyways, so this right here. That really like kind of growly-ish sound without it being too distorted is what I was going for. Almost wet, I want to say. Yeah, this is a little pitch modifier at the beginning. Oh, it's just going through some hard clip and some filter as well. The choir is just Logic's stock sample with a lot of EQing on it. And that's all that is. Those weren't real voices. Those are real voices, but they're none that I actually recorded. They were recorded by those who put together Logic. This one's also a very squarish sound. It's kind of sawy as well. It's got some phaser in it, bit of distortion. Very simple. That one was a very interesting one, and it sounds really good without any reverb on it, actually. That one. With the reverb on it. Gives it a little more air, though. I kind of like it on that one. And then this one's also a really unique one. This is, again, Vital. It's very bit crush in this one. That's what it sounds like with no reverb on it. Let me turn on that reverb again. So yeah, that's really the main sauce of this section, and yeah. Right there. Whoever stole my basket. I love this sound. I actually made this by mistake, funny enough. Inside of that is also very simple. There's more automation than anything. If we go over to and turn off the delays and reverb, it'll also sound really clean. Very video game-like, I will say that. Then you have your typical whoever stole my basketball, you better be fast as shit. That one was one a sample that I'd gotten from TikTok, funny enough. I was scrolling on social media as I was sitting here on my computer with right here, and I was thinking to myself as I'm scrolling, you know, what should I put right there? Because I knew there's supposed to be some kind of vocal sample right there. I wanted to have like a call and response kind of thing. And I'm sitting there and I come up with a video of this guy who, with no effects by the way, it just said this.
Whoever stole my basketball, you better be fast as shit.
As fast as shit. And I ended up stretching out that last word shit right there.
Whoever stole my basketball, you better be fast as shit.
Alright, put some compressor on that.
Whoever stole my basketball, you better be fast as shit.
Throw some other effects on there.
Whoever stole my basketball, you better be fast as shit.
And then, of course, we have some stuff over here as well, like some other synths. Again, the bomb of the music right here. This sits right behind that vocal stem. That is actually hidden behind this, because this right here is the main focus, the sample. So it goes like this.
Whoever stole my basketball, you better be fast as shit.
And then, of course, I had another layer right here, which is another call and response kind of thing.
And I like what you got there. Let me show you what I got. Check this out.
The effects for this was actually kind of manual. That repeating section was chopped by hand.
All right, I like what you got there. Let me show you what I got. Check this out.
Without any effects, it sounds like this. To turn them all off, there we go.
All right, I like what you got there. Let me show you what I got. Check this out.
That's it. Now, obviously, the echo turns on mid play. But
all right, I like what you got there. Let me show you what I got. Check this out.
And I'm also big into trombone, strings, anything of that sort. So I also have these hits. like Jaws in a way, you know what I mean? But it really does add that tension. If you really listen for those strings in this section, you'll hear it.
Whoever stole my basketball, you better be fasting.
All right, I like what you got there. Let me show you what I got. Check this out.
And right about here is where my computer actually does not process the information anymore. This is the first drop, and I always have to go back and play it again. It was to the point where my computer could not render this because of how complex it was. Let's go ahead and solo on one of these for a second, like this right here. That's the main transient. That's a very metallic sound. Again, also vital. This one has some distortion in it, and it's very... I like that a lot. It's also got some expander and stuff on it too, which helps to give more body. An end verb is a verb that I love using on the metallic kind of sounds because with it turned off, it just doesn't hit as hard. Right? And you turn it on. Here's that difference. That's why I use end verb a lot on some of these tracks. Here's also another part of the body. That's just bass. That's just sub. And you have over here as well another part of the body. Kind of cut time on the other rhythms. This one was one that I was like, I'm gonna throw in last minute because it's just so fucking disgusting. And I'm like, I'm gonna throw it in there super last minute and see how dirty can I get that sound. And I came up with something like this. And it was just blasting the ever-loving shit out of it with distortion. And it was just a harmonic series, basic shape with a bit of noise. That's all it is. But then you line all that up, especially with something like this. You put it together with that, cut time method here. It's got some bounce to it. We're looking for that bounce. And then your drums are just basic, At the time when I was making this is stock Logic drums, but I actually have my own custom drums now that I use for a lot of my songs that are coming up in my newest release album, Alter Ego, Volume 1. Right here is also another cool vocal sample. A lot of it is actually in the audio file, that effect, so. And there's also stuff like this here too. That's there just to give a little more transient going into the hits. It also sounded cool as well to have it in there. That one is also a really cool one. A lot of that second part of that sound right here, that is an effect here called vocal, it's like vocal transformer, also in Logic. Right there is where the effect turns on. And it's such a freaking cool sound. I mean, if you keep it on the entire time, originally it sounded like this. And then of course you got your little sweep, bam, bam, bam. That's actually a VST. That's that. And it just has a very simple tremolo at the end of it with a phase. That's all it is. Now, I felt that was a really good way to start out the next part of the drop. Now, my favorite moment of all time is the vocals. I was talking to her stage name is Sunday, and she does the stuff as well. You'll see her in the credits on the music everywhere. But with her vocals, there was a lot of like recording issues, and we were short on time, and the album was going to come out, so we're like, let's just throw something quick together, and we did. And this is the audio file that came out of it.
Way out of my head.
Beautiful vocals.
Feels like I'm floating away, pulled by the echoes of silence, held by the chaotic violence, lost in the rhythm of space, caught in your luminous haze. Way out of my head.
Whoever stole my basketball, you better be fast.
Again, with those orchestra instruments, it's a big part of my music as well as that kind of stuff, along with bringing in guitar and stuff of that sort. If we go over here to the next drop, it's right here.
There's the flesh in you.
Fuck your life.
So a lot going on right here. A lot of it is melodic.
Fuck your life.
That's just straight quarter notes, especially right here. Also vital. And like I said before, that end verb right there, if I turn that off, it misses a lot of its tone. And there's also other things like, this is essentially identical to the first drop. And same thing right down here too.
Fuck your life.
That little sample right there was actually last minute as well, right here. That has a little looper actually. So these are all the automations we use. There are more automations in this project than there are tracks, by a long shot. So we have to figure out how to balance those all out. If I go to repeater on and off, you'll see right at the end there it turns on. Alright, I don't even know what I have no clue what he's saying, but it sounds cool. That's what matters. And so again, it's the same thing over and over again. There's a lot of melodic stuff in here, and a lot of it is just MIDI, right? It's just trying different patterns, really. Right there, we have a lot of shorts under MIDI, so that adds a really cool effect if you listen closely. And then it falls off there, and then final verse. There it is. If I put everything that was in the song into one video at a analytical level, this video would be hours and hours long. I just wanted to make a quick rundown on things that are in this project and things that I've learned from this project and how I can use it in future pieces and songs. I am actually working on a piece right now. Because you're watching this, you're getting exclusive access to one of my projects that I'm working on right now as kind of a test, more or less. Right, so that is also an idea that I have. A lot of this is Serum, but that sound was this. I might actually add that reverb and see what it does. You never know, right? and it keeps the main there. Adverb just fixes everything. If something sounds like shit, you throw an adverb on it. Almost to a literal level. If something sounds like shit, you just throw an adverb on it. Pretty much what you're doing. I think that's about it. I would show a lot more, but if I did, then my album wouldn't be as surprising as it is, and also this video would be multiple days long. But I want to say thank you for joining me on my first official album video of my channel here on primarily YouTube, but other services as well. I want to say that if you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section. I will be there to answer it. And feel free to drop me a follow, subscribe, follow my social medias, listen to my album. It's out now. It's called Open Eyes, and I will be releasing a lot more videos like this as well. So if you're curious, shoot me a DM, I'll answer it, and we can go from there. My name is Aetherrupt. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I will see you all on the other side.